footsteps can never follow. If you want to live tomorrow, steal a soul for a second chance. You will not be strong.
Hello, everybody. Oh, the game launched faster than I thought. Hello, everybody. So I took the past couple days off and other things I needed to do. But we are here today to finish the game. Where are we again? Right, we just landed it in Adler's Helm. Ooh, dog! Pet the dog. A blast stone skin, moderate human tonic. How are my attunement tonics? Speaking of, only got 8 lessers. Landed in Adler's Helm. Trying to find our way through the city so we can make our way to the Black Priory itself. It's a fucked up cursed mining town, if I remember correctly. But we gotta make our way through the mines to the stairs they found to get to the Black Priory. Sorry, my allergies are acting up even though I took an allergy pill. So fuck me. I'm gonna be muting a lot and otherwise sounding congested. This is how we get down to the mine. Oh, we also come down here. Path to the mines. Yep, that sure be mines. I spotted something. You spot? What did I spot? Rats. And boy, you can just fucking waste turns here. There's no point wasting the precious mana. Turn. That's a dead rat. Evan's turn. Romulan's turn. Rita and Roland. No. Ivan first. Well, good fight. We're good on hunting arrows. Why not? I sure do be a lot of bats. Oh, right, every time he crits, he gets another attack. Here, I'll fireball these ones. I'll sublime projection this guy. There's no way I found something and it was just the torch. Newspaper seems to contain a work order. As can clearly be observed, the tunnel's support pillar is close to giving in. If this last piece of support was to be removed, it's highly likely the tunnel would collapse completely. Why would I want to collapse the tunnel? You enter a larger chamber and are struck by the temperature of the air. It appears to be getting unnaturally warm the deeper you venture to the mine. Suddenly the shifting of stones captures your attention and you become aware of large eyes regarding you from the darkness. As you take an apprehensive step backwards, the horrors step into the dimness of the chamber. The hulking horrors from the deep move with deadly grace as they slowly fan out and attempt to encircle you. Suddenly one of them lunges, its arms outstretched and fingers splayed. Are they trying to take you alive? Attack! Deep one. Deep one warrior. These guys are tanky. 2 attacks, and they're vulnerable to fire damage. Okay, we have to kill this one ASAP. Two crits in a row. So he gets 4 attacks. Right, that was huge. That's embarrassing. Save the mana. Sorry, I needed to mute, but I didn't want to risk my mute hotkey causing someone to take a turn to hide instead of attack. There's no getting across there. Blind projection. That's why we have that spell. Do 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 do. Moderate. Moderate. Well, now I gotta find out what happens if I do this. Orbiting appears to be close to giving in. If this beam breaks, whole section of the tunnel will collapse or get trapped. Carefully tie the rope around the beam in such a way that if you give it a good tug, the beam will cause the tunnel ahead to collapse. Person to do so, a reason to do so, could cause the section of the tunnel crushing anyone inside. I guess I could have run back. As you enter the room, you walk into a wall of warm, damp air. The stifling atmosphere causes your clothing to stick to your body, your head goes light. Try to push ahead, halt once again as the stars flash before your eyes and a ringing rises in your ears. Embla squints into the darkness. We're getting close. To what? A presence. Ancient. Powerful. Suddenly, Embla cries out in pain as she sinks to her knees. As you rush to aid her, a horrid clicking noise sounds from the darkness. Embla, get up! Looking shapes emerge from the darkened tunnels around you. One of them steps into the dim circle of light and regards you with huge, yellow eyes full of alien intellect. To your horror, organs never meant for human speech croak forth words. More vessels come to us. She will be pleased. Die, you foul beasts. Alright, so there's 3 priests. That's scary. No, these are brood guards. There's only 1 priestess. Okay. And just as before, the priestess is the last one to attack. I'm so stupid, I should have marked her. Alright, the biggest threat is done. Oh, they were... Okay. Ow. I forgot to mark again. Oh my god, instantly killed. Okay. I actually moved down, I didn't mean to. Oh, come on. You guys are blessed. Okay, well, I expected that. Oh. Oh. One to 29. Nice crit. Alright, well. Let's go head out and heal. But now no one's entertained. We rest again. +1 to initiative is very worthwhile. Eesh. Well, I can't interact with that one, so you win. We want to follow the wooded path, I'm pretty sure. Get to our actual objective. But secrets. These papers seem to contain a work order. Continue the previous day's work of expanding the tunnel eastwards. You should be very close to breaking through. Doing so will allow us to create a shortcut to the mine's entrance. Don't need to tell you how much this would improve logistics. Use pickaxe. Make sure work of the wall. No time collapses to reveal you've just linked up the mine entrance. This will no doubt serve as a handy shortcut should you have the need to return to Adler's Helm. That's probably what I discovered ages ago when I first entered, and I was like, oh, I see something. Okay. You emerge into a large natural cave. The atmosphere here is tropical, and strange writhing growths cover the walls. So you make your way towards one of the nodules and become aware of a strange wheezing sound. Could it be breathing? As light falls on the first of the cocoons, you realize to your horror that you found the lost citizens of Orin. Carefully lean in to examine one of the hapless victims, nearly crying in alarm, and the poor man opens his eyes. He moans and looks around with confused swimming eyes. As he fixes on you, his mouth moves as if to speak. Slowly and painfully, two words escape him. Kill me. At that very moment, the low growl of a massive creature reverberates through the tunnels. She's here, Embla whispers in a tone half reverence and half terror. The ground shakes as the huge beast slowly moves towards you. It was first mercifully obscured by darkness, now comes into view. Standing more than twice as tall as the deep ones you've battled before, this creature is enormous and no doubt lethal beyond compare. Now revealed in all her glory, it becomes clear to you she is a queen mother and you are standing in her breeding chamber. Looming menacingly above you, the queen positions herself between you and her cocoon vessels. You can't help but notice that beyond her to the north is another chamber where you can barely make out what appears to be a robed figure. Attack the queen. You take a step towards the massive creature, and as she rears up and bellows, the utter futility of attempting to fight her dawns on you. Charge. Your pathetic attempt at bravery comes to a sudden and terrible end as you are torn limb from limb by the ancient, terrible creature. Your quest is ended. Oops. Carefully sneak away. Are you winning? I actually just died, Clay. How are you doing? Hold your breath in terror as you carefully take a step backwards. The Beast Queen watches you intently. It seems you are in luck. Instinct to remain with her brood is stronger than the instinct to kill. Carefully sneak away. What do I do? I'm dead tired. How are you? I'm very sniffly because of my allergies, which is annoying because I just took an allergy pill and has not worked. But otherwise, I guess I'm alright. I already followed the path all the way back. No point in going for the shortcut. I need to talk. Oh, okay. You spin on your heel and flee the breeding chamber as fast as you can. It is too late, however. The queen's ire is up. And with surprising grace and agility, the ancient beast gives chase through the narrow tunnels of the mine. Run towards the trapped tunnel. Realizing you can never run or you have a one chance. The trapped tunnel. Creatures nearly at your heels as you round the last corner and spot the trigger rope. Your lungs are on fire for breathing. The thick, dust-laden air. With the final spasm of effort, you lunge for the rope. Pull it. And catch it as you slide along the floor. The beam snaps like a twig, and instantly gravity asserts its dominance over rock. Countless tons crash down in an instant, utterly turning the body of the gargantuan abomination into so much gore. Falling rocks pummel you, and then a huge billowing cloud of dust fills the remaining tunnel. Couching madly and stumbling about in the dark, you nonetheless manage to get your bearings. Slowly, you make your way to the exit into fresh air. For now, you must recover from the ordeal and wait for the dust to settle. Okay. I was muted this entire time. I was reading what was being said, and I thought, wait, what if I was muted this entire time? And I was. We were to make ready to receive an expedition to explore the plateau. Until then, we were told to keep quiet about the find, stay away from the plateau. They even closed down mining operations. Never heard of anything remotely similar happening before. RIP. Yeah. Basically, they found these stairs that led to the plateau. They found Imperial structures, but the maps they have don't indicate anything Imperial up there. So they sent a report to the company, and the company immediately replied, as if they were expecting to find it. And they were told to keep quiet about the find. Yeah, what happened? Expedition arrived by ship in no time, set off the next day up onto the plateau. That's last we saw them. Whenever they found up there, I know in my bones is what caused the madness that's been gripping Adler's helm. Ambler shoots you a knowing glance. Need some more questions. I need to get going. Be sure to talk to Doran and Ara before you go. They'll help you in any way they can. Exhausted-looking young man smiles as you approach. Are we good to get out of here? Did you come here by ship? Yes, but we had to land on the southern shores. I see. Well, Doran's my name. The company hired me on as a pilot. See how the ship's making. The passing of the bay towards Adler's helm. Navigating the underwater rocks and reefs. Could you do that for us as well? That I could indeed. We could travel together to where your ship is, then I'll stay on and help your captain navigate to and from Atlas, all safe and sound. At least I could do. Thank you. I see. Ready to go when you are. I'll take one of the light boats. I'll get us down to southern shore of your ship in no time. Some things to do here first. Let's trade. Yes. Yes, please. Yes, please. Greater haste, fortified strength. Sure, fuck it. The movement speed, +1 agility. It's heavy armor, though, so it's worthless. No, Ivan can use heavy armor. +3 to hit, +3 to hit. Eh. This is the medium club. Still worth it then. Better than everything she has. It's just a mass. Oh, the +1 in movement speed is really nice though. Chainmail speed, nah. +1 to agility is better. I'm gonna save here, but I kind of want to load the quick save. That's the only thing I could do. Burn and charge at her. She kills me. Make for the exit. She kills me. Okay. So yeah, it seems like the only thing I can do is lead her to the trap tunnel. Quickly check messages. Okay. Let us rest. We're all too heavily wounded to work. Alright. Let's go. Set from Adler's Helm on one of the surviving lifeboats. Doran expertly guides you through the narrow straits. No time at all, you find yourself back on the shores that you landed. With Doran joining the crew of the Weather Maiden, it should now be possible to sail all the way directly to Adler's Helm. Be on your way. Alright. You rest again so you can get the motivation. This is the collapsed tunnel. Right. Ding dong, the queen is dead. Wicked Witch is dead. Forever, the witch is dead. I don't remember the song. Ding dong, Margaret Thatcher's dead. Statues of two robed figures loom ominously over a doorway carved directly into the mountain with uncanny precision. Beyond, a narrow stair with oddly proportioned steps descends steeply. Faintest of wisps of cool mountain air can be felt coming down through the shaft. These stairs are not part of the mine, says Embla as she stares up the statues in reverence. They were built by those who built the Priory. They'll lead up to the plateau. Yes, I believe they do. Once we ascend, we'll be within striking distance of the Priory. For all we have faced so far, I suspect there is yet much danger ahead. In other words, we must be well prepared before we set out. Danger from the Deep Ones? I'm not sure. I suspect the Deep Ones never made it to the plateau. They are creatures of the sea, and though they are dangerous enough on land, their reach is limited. Perhaps that is why they were breeding with humans, to make hybrids. What other dangers could be waiting for us then? Embla's voice drops to a whisper. The seven eyes of the dragon are fixed on the Priory. I can feel it. It rides in the void, coveting that which lies below the Priory. Its tendrils are grasping. Your head spins, and for an instant you again imagine hearing the chanting of some long dead language in the darkness. Let's not speak of such things here in the darkness. I agree, let's move on. As you stand at the foot of the stairs for a moment, it's as if something is holding you back. If you take even the first step, events will be set in motion that can never be undone. Then the strangest thought strikes you. You've always been climbing these stairs, and you will keep climbing them until the universe ends. Take the first step. The morbid thought is soon dispelled by the endless monotony of the climb. The shaft goes straight forwards and up at a steep angle. There is no bend or curve, just the same infinitely ascending stairs perfectly carved through the heart of the mountain. For the longest time, the only change is the drop in the temperature as you get higher. Then finally, you catch the first glimpse of natural light in a long time. The exit is in sight. Your exhilaration fills you with energy and rejuvenates your aching thighs. With a final exertion, you make it to the top and emerge onto the barren plains of the interior plateau. The Black Priory awaits you. Venture forth. Achievement unlocked. The Queen is dead. Yippee! You has completed the Plateau of Madness. Ah, fuck. Wow, no cascade. That's crazy. Oh, these are the stun wolves. The chain stunning bastards. He's gonna level up, so we can just do this. I didn't mean to do that. Lasts until end of combat. Oh shit. Well, we counts as end of combat when we leave here, though, so. Two-turn maneuver on one enemy. With either increased will and vitality or increased will and toughness. Get increased vitality. You telling me someone scalded this priory as their first priority? From the Black Priory, Dune, why is the priority to scald against them? backstab. Oh, we should increase backstab damage. Maneuver, melee, leads an enemy. Bring a backstab using a light weapon, random injury condition. Lol. Dej. The grim edifice rises from the wastelands. Its walls are weather beaten, and its empty windows glare at you like dead black eyes. Abandoned as it may seem, there is nevertheless some siren call that bids you to venture inside and below. Chapter 5. The Black Priory. Alright, first things first, Embla needs some mana. Honk shmee, honk shmee. Ba 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 bo 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 bo. Damn, they really just continued that map to the side for nothing. Like, haha, people would think there's something here, but there's nothing. In we go. You enter the courtyard of the walled priory. You enter the courtyard of the walled priory only to find it eerily quiet, surprisingly temperate. Not even in fall or the imperial gardens still heated in the winter. It is a sad thing to see for an empire that was built on the subjugation of climate by man and magi, no? Fall is the imperial capital and seat of the magi emperors. Strange vegetation bursts out of the ground in grotesque mockeries of trees and writhing tendrils of fleshy pseudopods creep obscenely forth from the well. As you approach, the tentacles creep slowly but greedily in your direction. Trina stomps the nearest tendril. Blasted infestation seems to grow like a cancer throughout these aisles. Wherever we set foot, we find it festering in some dark corner. He spits in disgust. Embla, what is that thing? It's the fungi from outside. Infests Warda, growing through the veil and into the very matter of the world. Voice drops to a whisper. The Herald of the Dragon. The tentacles squirm with increased fervor at the very mention of the blasted name. Stop it! Embla seems frozen in fear for a moment before she nods weakly and in agreement. You both feel it. The horrid certainty that 7 terrible eyes are now fixed on you. Gina grabs your arm, her face a determined mask. There are some things we must not discuss here. You understand? Reagan these nuts across your face. My mind shatters as the Eldritch Abomination in the sky explodes my brain for that insult. For my insolence. Heavy wooden doors swing open on ancient rusted hinges. You apprehensively step inside the darkened halls of the grim edifice. Inside, you find the air thick with dust and particles of swirling matter, and your eyes adjust slowly to the darkness. There's more. A strange feeling as if something is stirring in anticipation of your arrival. Virginia's voice interrupts the train of thought. This place is alien to me. There's nothing here that marks this is an imperial place of worship. We must be on our guard. Embla points ahead. Look, Lumerods. They must have been set up by the Cabal expedition. Perhaps we can find some clues to what fate befell them. I'll tell you what befell them, Roland growls. Nothing good is what. Oh. El Serpent. They are panicked. There's not much to worry about right now. Okay. There was not much to worry about at all. They were sad and pathetic little losers. They were loser, baby, so why don't you kill me? That's exactly what I did. I did kill them. Spiders! Zoink, Scoob! There are giant spiders here. And they're kind of fucking gross, man. I didn't mean to hit that. The reason why we left this one alone, so Ivan could kill him. Ow. Secret compartment, black key, greater tumen tonic 3. Yes, please. Need an egg cluster. In we go. I spotted something. The relief of this altarpiece seems to shift and squirm in the dimming light. What's more, there appears to be a hidden passage behind it. No way of opening it can be seen nearby. You stand before a finely crafted statue of polished stone. As you examine it more closely, you realize the statue is mounted on a rotating base. Some effort, you can turn it to face one of the cardinal directions. We don't know which way to face it yet, so we shan't. Newborn. Disease, panic, poison, sleep. Vulnerable to sublime damage. This one goes first. God, that is such a massive amount of damage. Backstab is so important, huh? It's a blind projection. Easy fight. I meant this button. Ugh, we don't have a lot. Okay. Grotesque relief. Didn't do anything. That's the statue. Don't know which way to face it yet. Collapsed passage. Camp. Crates of supplies, camp equipment, mining gear litter this room. It appears you found the Cabal Expedition Space Camp. Wonder what happened to them all, Cap muses. What they left behind. She absentmindedly kicks at an empty sack. Look here, the floor. Rena walks into the chamber, kicking away dust from the intricate mosaic that's laid out before you. The imagery, there's something wrong with it. Shh, Emily interrupts. Did you hear something? Oh. Out of the shadows, grotesque forms lumber towards you. These are not the desiccated forms of the ancient dead, but fresh corpses swollen with squirming tentacles of the fungi from outside. And wait till we found the expedition's members. Roland snarls as he braces to receive the onslaught. Abomination, so they're all vulnerable to sublime damage. That's good. I do a lot of that. Drina, you take this set. Roland. No, Roland, take this set. Evolved. Vessel. She doesn't have the AoE one. Nice. These two are unalerted, so I'll save them for Cat for backstab damage. Oh, never mind, she's already gone. And then for you, we'll Thunderclap. And then Fire Frenzy. That's only hitting those two. I didn't see that. Ooh. Ah, shit. His whole last turn. Fucking pay attention to that. You were still stunned. Luckily, they're not immune to critical hits. There we go. Sorry, I got very quiet as I just kind of locked in. Table of notes. We finally arrived at the Priory, found it in shockingly good condition. It's as if time stood still here. Initial survey does not reveal a clear means of accessing the lower level. I'm confident we'll find a way given enough time. The place boggles the mind. It appears to stand as it was left millennia ago. How it could have slipped so well out of time and history is truly a mystery to me. The fate of the original Priory's occupants. Although success in finding the door to the catacombs can only conclude it's somehow concealed, we did, however, make an interesting discovery. 4 statues on the Pilgrim's Road can be rotated, which is somehow significant. Some form of disease is spreading amongst the men. Abdominal pain and swelling combined with fevers. Our apothecary is so far at a loss at curing it, but suggests that the proximity to the fungal growths that started sprouting is a potential vector of infection. I've ordered that masks be worn near the growths. Unfortunately, half our crew is anti-maskers. A breakthrough. We found a document in the scriptorium with a verse on it. It's so clear now. A portal had been hidden in plain sight. All it took to open it was the correct configuration of the statues. Screaming halls away. Yeah, no shit. I figured that out myself. I didn't mean to go up, I meant to go left up. It doesn't matter in the end, but still. You know. You can't go here, that's why. I'm not really scared over a bunch of babies. You eat babies. Don't feel certain the action of rotating the statue is somehow significant. No wider effect or change can be observed. I'm gonna try matching them to the grotesques. Brother Arn has once again made off with the key to the forbidden section, claiming it is much more convenient for both me and him that he keeps it for the duration of his studies. Assured me it is well hidden in the study to the eastern tower whilst not in use. Bloody fool, I'll need to send lay brother Theo to recover it next time we're into sleeping. Okay. Divine intervention. Thunderclap, distort mass, mental restoration, breath of the ancients. Tier 4 spirit magic. No one can get tier 4 spirit magic. Blessed heroic inspiration, removes bleeding, heals everyone. No one can get tier 4 mind magic. We already have Thunderclap. Don't have Distort Mass. Breath of the Ancients. All opponents and allies deal fire damage in a cone. We don't have tier 4 fire magic. Inferno, already have that. Ancient Library kind of would be awestruck by the number and age of these simple volumes. Surely they're a texture that exists nowhere else in the Empire. It is a melancholy thought. This priory is a time capsule to an age that is long past, cannot help but linger for a moment in all that has been lost over the long centuries of steady decline. You draw out a random volume, examine it on the reticular properties of salts. As you turn the beautifully bound volume over in your hands, you stop. Did you just see something move in the shadows? You squint to the darkness, see only rows and rows of books, then you see it again. It's as if reality itself ripples. To your horror, you realize you're surrounded by a pack of some kind of chameleonic horrors. Stalker. Disease, panic, and poison. Sleep. That's fine. Okay. But they have the advantage. Plus 14 to dodge. Okay, this is just embarrassing. There we go. Nice. You're supposed to hit that one again. Heal everyone up. We're gonna probably rest up at the camp. Force of nature. Any ally adjacent, bark skin, fortified strength, regeneration, lesser, fortified agility. Okay. Breath, breathe glass, and fireworks. Mothering blanket, mental restoration. Burnout, purge magic. Bubba roots, summon ooh. Walk the path in humble fate, contemplate the hidden gate. Let the watchers show the way like time flows round the wheel of day. To heed the silent sleeper's call and enter into the dreaming hall. Like time flows round the wheel of day. Now there was a grotesque here. Pointing to the right. Actually, he's pointing up. No grotesque here for this one. Also pointing up. Oh, I was wrong about this one, okay. The first one is east. If we were to believe the grotesques, at least. Walk the path in humble fate, contemplate the hidden gate. Let the watchers show the way, like time flows round the wheel of day. Heed the silent sleeper's call, and enter into the dreamer's hall. There we go. Okay, it was the other way around. It rises in the east. Then sets in the west. So we have at night. The dreamer. The darkness. That was my thought process. Before we progress, I'm gonna go make a sandwich because I'm very hungry. So give me 3 minutes. That was me alt tabbing, my bad. I'm gonna tab back in the audio. Alright, be right back. I'll bet. Sorry about that. I don't need to camp again. The Black Priory. The basement. Halls are open to us. Let us enter. Okay. The octagonal room has 4 throne-like machines arranged around a central aperture. Thick, squirming tentacles spew forth from the shaft, and you can't help but wonder where it terminates. A strange humming can be felt rather than heard coming from the center of the room. Examine the machines. Intricately wrought in a complex design that appears more like machinery than decoration, each throne has an indentation that would accommodate a human figure. I wish I could fucking use Embla. Though no doubt some form of arcane machinery is beyond your ken, and you feel loath to examine it further on. Oh, Embla could examine it. Oh, I hit level 20. What is he wearing? Medium armor. That's gonna be more worth it than anything else. Smashing charge. Vandal Air Shield Rush. Smashing charge it is. no damage and point blank shot. Fuck it, we ball. Web of roots. Beer, that's actually pretty good. Oh well. Arcane Rush. Big wound hit point, automatically regain a bunch of attunement, or just increase attunement. Well, can still technically they can still go beyond level 20. I don't think I realistically will though. I spotted something. Cut it open. Rotting corpse riddled with fungi spills forth, drops a small journal, you pocket the book and move on. Enter the dreaming hall today, awestruck by the mystery of it all. What secrets of the sleeper whisper to the monks as they dream. You must push on, and soon enough you too shall stand before his timeless glory. By the maidens, we found it, the tomb in all its glory. We lost 2 members to the traps trying to enter the room, only a matter of time now. This is a disaster. How can this be? I know there's something here calling for us. There must be some other way. Several pages are ruined from the fungal infection. To move in and out of the caves and continue excavating the Eternity Gate, my greatest concern at this point is the rate at which we are losing crew to suicides and infection. I saw them change before my very eyes. Oh, blessed maidens, I may have escaped for now and cannot escape the images that now haunt me. What's worse, the entire complex is somehow resealing itself, trapped between the false tomb and the surface level. I only pray someone is left alive topside to open the gate. Okay, the false tomb. A whole lot of gold when I can't fucking use it, because unless there's a shop, I guess we could go back. Sarcophagus, as the following description: Calamar the Wise, 3rd Grand Master of the Crystal Eye. Okay. I got a mouthful of sandwich. Rostrix the Grey, 2nd Grandmaster. Master misshapen flesh, slobbering jaws, spill forth from shadows, darkened side passages, and slimy horrors before you as if they were birthed into existence recently. Okay. These are the guys we gotta watch out for. Gotta get in here and aura. Fuckers. frenzy. Thunderclap. They're all alert now. This is marked, right? No, I didn't mark this guy. I guess I marked that guy. Great. I'll still take the kill. No. Escape this guy. Alright. They're the biggest threats because they're magic shit. These guys are whatever. Easy. Still got a decent supply of arrows too. Damn, she uses a medium bow. Should get a light bow then. This is gonna be better in the long run because it's a light weapon. Little proc her injuries. Okay, if we get another level, we can get, whatever it was. Searing light on her, too. Ball Journal 3. Found the secret passage to some kind of cave below the false tomb, something far older than the Priory itself, older than the Empire, even is the dark on the camp, which my insight didn't hurt as much. Sending me down with the next shipment of tools means passing the night maze. They say can't be lit even by magical lighting. I hate the dark. Apparently it's easy enough to navigate if you know how. South until you hit the first wall, west until wall, north until wall, west until wall, north the wall, the north, and you're there. The south, west, north, west, north, west, north. Yeah, okay. All the way to the sanctum this time by the golden. How I wish I had not. How can such a thing be? Writing becomes rushed. Hear screams below us. Something is wrong. Save us. to explore and loot up here. This is where we came in. Okay. There's another thing back up here, though. Erleth the Many-Faced, first Grand Master of the Order of the Crystal Eye. Ink and paper that appeared to have been abandoned mid-use. Someone's copying the mosaic on the floor. Forces pull at you, driving you inexorably forwards. You are no doubt nearing something. What's wrong? Why do we stop? And blast impatiently. I have a strange feeling. Feeling we're being watched, snarls Roland as he turns to face the amorphous eye things that glide silently down from the ceiling to prey upon you. Fuck. Fortify awareness. God damn it. Plus 4 awareness, okay. So nothing that removes it. That removes, fear. I swear I had something that removed fear. It's instill courage. But I don't have instill courage. that. And that. And that. We're gonna go back in camp. Okay, that was weird. That dead enemy's mark just ended. Alright, back we go. I'm gonna enable this to save time because I'm just going back to heal anyways, right? After every couple combat for attunement. So, fuck it, we ball. Large gilded gong that no doubt must have served some kind of ceremonial purpose, etched into fine lettering is the following. He wishes to pass to the bold, speak the names of masters of old, and before the sleeper he beseech shall offer up a strike for each. Look, Embla points to the passage to the north. A golden tomb, we must be close. Now, finally, we shall know. What do we do if you're right? I do not know. But the answers will reveal themselves to us when we stand before the glorious corpse. Just pray we're not too late. Trina shakes her head. The corpse of an emperor. In a place like this, I refuse to believe it. We'll see. Araleth? Calamar. Rothrax. No, it sounds full and discordant. Whatever you did, you suspect it was somehow wrong. Araleth, Rothrax, Calamar. The sound echoes strongly. Catacombs, the grinding sounds can be heard in the room ahead. You suspect it was the right thing. Golden Tomb stands for you in all its glory. You arrived at last after your quest. What do you think? It still beckons me, though. Standing here, something feels off. As I see it, there's only one way forward, must from the tomb. Trina, how about you? Maybe the golden dead is unfailing and screams to me that something here is not as it seems. Go this far until we stand before the tomb. We get to the bottom of the strait. Open the tomb. Find the lid slides back easily. It locks into position with a slight click. The lid has been designed to open and close. Scarvis contents now open before you. Collective gasp as the content is revealed. Nothing. It's utterly empty. Roland's laughter booms to the tomb. You can hear Trina offer a whispered prayer of relief. Embla somehow looks less than surprised. What is this? False tube. A decoy, perhaps. Like a chest with a false bottom. I suspect the true meaning of this tomb lies deeper than we first suspected. Embla muses. Something you've missed, some hidden secret. Did I break the game by doing this first? Uh-oh. did it open the path somewhere else? Rothrax the second, Calamar the third. But we already did that. It said we did it successfully. But it was before we interacted with the tomb. The question is, did I break the pathing? I think we did. False tomb. Portcullis slams down behind you. Thick green of smoke billows in the chamber. That's not good. If you do not find a way out of here, you will die. Okay. Worse. Aeroleth, Rothrax, Calamar. Looks like kind of trap was deactivated. Okay. False tomb. Contributing to the tomb lies deeper than first suspected. Some hidden secret. Mosaics must be important, right? What secret have I lost or left in the crypt? Have I not found? This is not a map of the tombs, though. Is it? I think it is. Where would we be on this map right now? Here? No. Um, okay. I looked it up. Tunnel ahead is ancient, narrow, and dark. Walking down into it, you cannot help but feel as if you were descending into some deeper abyss. Far more ancient than the Priory and reluctant to give up its mysteries. Nonetheless, you also cannot help but feel as if you are once more being pulled forwards. Something waits you at the other end of this tunnel. At the other end of these tunnels, beckoning for you to proceed. Feel it now too, don't you? Emblem attempts to peer into the darkness ahead. This is the way. The tomb chamber was never what the Priory is built to protect. There must be even older mysteries. Below. I suspect many of the monks themselves didn't know this. Perhaps initiates offered praise to a false tomb for centuries, while the Grandmasters kept the lie. Move onwards then. Uninterrupted Theosophic ramblings. There's something you might want to see, Cromulent. Cat has walked up to the edge of the light and is carefully extending around into the darkness. Look at this. Darkness will not yield to the light. It's as thick as tar. Some kind of ward, perhaps? I suspect we'll need to navigate these tunnels blindly. Our path takes us into peerless darkness, then. Ivan runs his chin thoughtfully. We've survived countless horrors thus far, but I dare say we must keep our wits about us now and proceed with utmost caution. I think of a few fates worse than being lost and waylaid in this morass of darkness. Well, good thing we knew how to solve this because of the journal we found. The air down here is thick with the metallic smell of ozone, and a throbbing ache grows in your teeth. Each step closer to the down the narrow, winding tunnel takes you deeper and closer to what? But you've come this far, you cannot help but feel a surge of determination at being so close to the end of your search. It's so close now. The call is almost too much to bear. Embla touches her forehead and for a moment seems to sway. Are you unwell? That was a lot of EXP. Yes, but there's one way to cure it now. We must proceed, Embla straightens. Trina's eyes narrow. This place is not for us. The deeper we go, the further I feel we are from the golden light. We must go on. Surely we must go on. Ivan insists with uncharacteristic intensity. We must pass. Alright, all we have left is the achievement for finishing the game, so I guess we had a lot less of this game left than I thought. We really could have finished it last time. That's entirely my fault. Nothing else really matters. gotten spellburn, but right now. Ooh. Hearing light. Heal mind. Charm, confusion, sanity, and bleeding. Sure. Cool. Like the tons of stone that presses down from above, so does this chamber convey the weight of untold eons. Rows of embalmed corpses line the wall, sitting in perfect stillness with empty eye sockets and stare into eternity. How long have they been here? These men and women came here to worship long before the first stone of the Empire was laid. Their corpses were already ancient when Galleon landed on Erden's shores. Galleon the Great was the first emperor. Yeah. Remember reading this. Okay. One of 3 women did not die, became one with Reticulum. Continent where the Galleon Empire rose, central portion of Erden is known as the Heartland. They are dreaming. You turn and realize it was Kat who spoke. She looked surprised. I don't know why I said that. The thought just came to me, but they're dreaming, sharing the sleeper's dream, waiting for him to come to them. Where are these thoughts coming from? Can we please leave? Okay, before we continue, I'm gonna be right back to put away my dishes. Just so I have an empty desk. Be back in 2 minutes. Well, first I'm gonna alt tab to check some things. Because I instinctively do that, but it mutes it, so. Okay. I will be right back. I am back. Sorry about that. I just wanted to clear up my desk so I had space for my hands and stuff. Okay. These are very goopy. The cave expands into a vast chamber littered by the remains of what you deem to be the final resting place of the Cabal expedition to the Black Priory. Large quantities of stone and dirt have been shifted in what appears like an attempt to excavate... what? Your eyes strain in an attempt to make sense of the structure partially protruding from the rock. Your mind reels at the thought that whatever this is, it must have been placed here thousands, nay hundreds of thousands of years ago. What's more, despite seeing just a small segment of the structure, you feel certain that whatever is buried here is vast. We're here. We've made it. All these years, this is what has been buried under the Priory. This is where the sleeper awaits. Embla's voice trembles like a prisoner who senses that freedom is finally within reach. This thing, it cannot exist. It should not. Who can build something like this? Stranger's voice is the closest to panic you've ever heard her. This is the very heart of madness itself, Roland whispers to himself. The sleeper awaits. The strange construct rises menacingly above you as you approach the fungal growth that cling to it writhe in greedy anticipation. Clawing impotently at the portal sent to the structure's side. You cannot easily discern the material used in its construction or the hands that made it beyond the fact that there is an aspect about it that makes you think of the artifacts that the Magi sometimes employ. Now its outer skin is pockmarked and weathered by the shifting of stone over endless millennia. For the briefest moment, you see it in your mind's eye, free of stone, moving over a landscape of jagged mountains and jungle-clad hills, great ferns sway in the humid breeze, and in the distance you see great singing towers. Sudden tremor shakes you out of it, this one more violent than the previous ones. Sorry, there was something stuck between my teeth. As you reel from the quake, Embla walks past you, moving towards the portal, their hand outstretched like a sleepwalker. The air hums with energy that appears to be emanating from the portal itself. Fungal tentacles begin to thrash wildly in anticipation, tremors return, more powerful now, and around you, stones fall from the cave's roof. Embla, wait! She does not hear you, and before you can grab her, she has touched the door. The effect is instant. Strangely shaped glyphs set to the portal begin to glow with a light so bright it's nearly blinding. An undulating vibration that you feel in your bones rises and echoes through the cave, and for a moment it sounds as if someone or something is howling madly. Then sudden silence. What was... Before you can finish your sentence, the ground again shakes violently, knocking you to the ground. Rocks and debris explode outwards from the center of the cave, and an inhuman roar so loud it causes your ears to bleed amidst from the horror that emerges into the cave. Bursting forth from the depths below, it towers above you, a squirming mass of untold millions of strands of fungal growths animated to a gigantic maud worm horror. The tentacles thrash wildly with enough force to break rock as the abomination claws its way out of the emergence, a hole, and towards you. Then you see it. Embedded into its roiling half-flesh are the forms and faces of men. You know with certainty that those are indeed the final members of the Cabal expedition. Stagger to your feet. The creature lumbers towards you, emitting yet another terrible scream. Your heart sinks as you set to receive the charge. From around you echoes dozens of replies as its smaller siblings are called forth to the feast. Attack! Dragon's Herald. 2 attacks, 1 movement. Fell light. Positive condition. Immune to critical hits. Fuck! That makes us immune to backstab! So cat's useless. Vulnerable to sublime damage. Okay. Stunned. Should have checked that. Okay, so Cat needs to kill these things. Oh, these things are very weak. No, you're supposed to hit that one again. No. I'll just sublime protection this guy to death. Middle finger emoji. Well, what, you got 30 HP left? Bye, bitch. Sublime projection, sublime projection, sublime projection, sublime projection. You see hole. Approach the portal, humming once more fills the air, and strange arcane sigils light up as across its metallic skin, as if reinvigorated by the resurgent energies filling the cave. The mangled piles of the fungi worm things littered around you begin to knit together and reassemble. Roland sits slumped against the wall next to you, breathing heavily. Best get that door open before those things come at us again. Don't think I can hold them for long. Clasping hands, you pull the massive brute to his feet. He winces in pain, and a cough sprays blood down his chest. Don't worry about me, Roland offers a sad smile. Bro's fine. The first time you notice the stain bleeding through his tunic and armor, surely there's no issue given the right magics. Examine the wound. You apprehensively lift his tunic to reveal his abdomen, a large gash rimmed by necrotic skin, and worse yet, pushing out of the wound from within are thick squirming tentacles. Think, this is as far as I go. Besides, where you're heading, I suspect you won't need me. What are you saying? Tremors once more shake the cave, and before your eyes, a gigantic herald thing reknits itself together before rising up to even greater heights than before. It sways momentarily and then lets out an ear-piercing scream. Around it, untold multitudes of fresh minor horrors rise forth. Roland painfully gets to his feet. No, I'm not leaving you. Young fool. Go now. I can only buy you seconds. Roland clasps the back of your neck and pulls you in until your foreheads touch. No more words are necessary. He lifts his weapon, turns broad-legged and defiant to face the onslaught of slavering jaws. Roland! The soft touch of Embla's hand on your elbow snaps you out of it. Romulan, we have to go. Don't let the sacrifice be for naught. Go. Portal shifts, disassembling itself into its component panels like some strange flower opening its petals to welcome the sun. You dream of floating, of stars, a blue orb wreathed in a shimmering veil, but there is more. A rift. Something seeps through, like venom entering a wound, coiling, roiling, primordial. Suddenly a scream of pain and terror. That's me accidentally. If you hear like a weird noise, that's me hitting the desk accidentally. Suddenly a scream of pain and terror cuts into your mind like an acid knife. Shocked, awake, the scream echoes in your mind. Was it real, a part of the dream? Stirring slowly, you find you're lying on some kind of table. You're naked and cold, as far as you can tell, all alone. You stand up and find your head spinning. Even in the faint light, vague outlines hint of proportions and dimension not meant for men. What immortal hand could have framed such things? Perhaps the concealing darkness is a blessing to your racked senses. Well, I sure am naked and alone. Strange membranous substance blocks the road ahead. You suspect this may be some kind of door, though there is no opening mechanism nearby. The Eternity Gate. Okay. The scene ahead of you is one of utter horror frozen in time. The form of a man utterly unmade, the master Karugan's precision. And for what purpose? Cruelty, perhaps? No, this body was taken apart by curious hands, like a child would pick apart some clever clockwork toy to get at the secrets within. Murder to dissect. Examine the body more closely. Reluctantly, you approach the mangled face of the corpse, disassembled into its anatomical component pieces. It's nonetheless familiar to you. This is the corpse of Ivan, the man who fought so valiantly at your side, through horrors untold. There was no warrior's death for him, just pain and terror. Aw, fuck, man. Bye, old friend. Corpse's eyes open wide. Possible, Ivan is still alive. The Karugian has taken great care to maintain the integrity of the circulatory system, and for the first time, you notice that the blood-splayed body parts are still connected by pulsating blood vessels. Eyes stare at you in wordless terror, and no doubt pain beyond measure. Do what must be done. You can Control your breathing as best you can. Ivan is already gone. You're just setting him free. With deft hands, you reach into the open chest cavity, find the still beating heart. You end his torment. Dazed, you stumble away from the horrid scene. There's nothing more for you now. You must push ahead. Aww. Simulacra of a humanoid form stands before you. Is this a machine imitating life or some living thing imitating a machine? Strange viscous liquid fills its cupped hands as if offering it to you. Leave. Okay. Movement catches your eye. Ahead, something small and pale, crouching like a frightened animal. Your heart sinks as you see who it is. Cat. She throws herself at you, clings to you like a shivering child. They took him. They did. They made him. Who are they? What's happening here? The little men. They live in the walls. I saw them take us, strip us down like beasts going to the butcher's cleaver. They don't sleep like he does. They stay awake so he can sleep. Who do you mean? The king, the navigator. He slept for so long, but they say it's time for him to wake up now. They say they're glad we came here. We did good. I don't believe them. We should never have come here. Gods walk these halls. We need to get out of here. Little men say we can't leave. The king must awaken before the crawling tomb finds its way inside. Cat's expression facilitates me to smile in sheer terror. Tilts her head slightly to one side as if hearing something, and they say it's time for me to go now. I'm next. She takes a step backwards. Cat? She holds your gaze, her smile almost apologetic as she backs up against the wall. Strange biomechanical material convulses and a fissure opens up. Half a dozen grotesque small hands reach out and wrap around her. Before you have time to react, she is pulled into the fissure seal shut with a disgusting smack. You're left dumbfounded and alone. Well, I definitely wasn't expecting this. Picked up vessel. I see. Watch this. Never mind. I thought I was going to use that to, like, destroy something. Destroy the doors. Aperture on the wall is strangely mesmerizing. Present, you have a feeling is somehow inactive. Look over the empty basins, fleeking it. Perhaps they're involved somehow. Smooth empty basins line the console. Narrow grooves seem to connect them. You get a feeling that they're part of some kind of machine. Whatever this is, it appears dormant at the moment. Has likely been for a long time. Fill basins. Carefully empty the fluid from the vessels into the basins. Seeming to move of its own volition, the fluid spreads from basin to basin through the inset grooves. Slowly, the entire room hums to life. Appears you've conjured something back into life. The interior of the aperture appears like a churning vortex of some black oily substance. Within it, motes of light appear looking like almost like miniature stars that are born and die within the span of moments. Images form, strange geometric shapes that combine and recombine in strange infinite fractals. Looking around for a way to operate the strange machine, your hand passes over the liquid-filled basins. A strangely musical note can be heard, soft at first, then much stronger as your fingers lightly graze the surface of the liquid. Dipping your fingers into the liquid at different points produces unique notes, almost like playing an instrument. As you do so, images on the aperture shift. You find yourself mesmerized. The auditory and visual patterns seem utterly incomprehensible, and yet there's something there, something stirring in the back of your mind. The longer you play with it, the more stranger the sounds and images resonate with you. The more the strange sounds and images resonate with you. Be it seeing them for what they are, terms in some great cosmic equation, a language of pure logic. No longer are the numbers mere sound. With each note, a number resonates. As if sensing your dawning understanding, the great machine offers you a prompt. 0, 1, 1, 2, 3. 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. Fibonacci. 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 plus 5 is 13. A sonorous polyphonic wave of equations issues forth from the aperture. Like a veil being lifted, you find that you now understand the machine's language on an instinctual level. What's going on here? Image of one of deep timeless sleep. Millennia is passing in silence and a sound, something begging on the outer skin. Children, they've descended from the trees and multiplied in their greed for knowledge and power. They now come to disturb us. When something else has crept in, they've torn the veil. It is here now, it claws at our skin. We are holding for now, we must grow weak. Navigator must awaken. Unlock the doors. Takes us back to the room. This is Ivan's corpse. It's unfortunate fate. Trina's whispered prayers echo softly through the strange hallway. Over and over, she recites the same lines as she rocks gently back and forth. Trina! Tried to talk to her to make her see. It's too late. I couldn't stop her. Who? Embla? She's so close now. He calls to her. I really did try to stop her. Trina! But I see now. We've always come here. We always will. Go. She will need your help before the end. She lapses back into reciting her prayer. There's nothing more to be done for her. Pool. Oops. Stand in the halls of Titans. No man was ever meant to see this. Why did you come here? It was her, wasn't it? Or was it? Did you ever really have a choice? Was it some unseen hand driving you towards this doom? Breathing fast and hard and head reeling. Your eyes fixed on something utterly out of place in its mundanity. Discarded shoe. Embla. Look behind you. You see her. You sense her before you see her. A luminous phantom in the darkness, naked and emaciated. There is nonetheless something in her bearing. Acceptance, an aura of material comfort. She strokes her cheek. Don't be afraid, daydreamer. We're with him now. What's happening? Come, look upon him. She takes you by the hand and leads you to the base of the massive throne. Stars flash before your eyes as you force yourself to look at the statue seated on it. Or is it something more? A sleeping king? A god? Heart begins racing. You cannot bear standing in his presence. Embla begins laughing as tears stream down her face. The tremor violently shakes the structure, and you feel more than hear an otherworldly scream coming from somewhere outside. Embla's eyes are wide. Time is running out. I must do what I was summoned here for, and you must help me. Help you do what? King must awaken before the dragon reaches him. He slept for so long, and there is so little of his essence left. He needs fresh life. Glass sarcophagus opens as Embla approaches. To your amazement, you see that the inside is molded to perfectly fit a human form. The dire implications of the device are unmistakable. No, cannot end like this. I'm supposed to take you to your father. Don't you understand? She smiles sadly. I'm already with my father. She softly strokes her cheek. I've always come here, and you've always brought me. Time and time again, we've stood here in this place, and every time you do the right thing. That is the entirety of my universe now. Him in front, you behind. But you'll die. All things die, but I'll be with him. I wonder if I will look out from behind his eyes. Slowly and painfully, Embla hoists herself onto the rim of the sarcophagus. With much effort, she swings her legs up and lies down in the device. Her body seems to have aged years just since you entered the chamber, but now a look of utter relief washes over her face. The machine emits an oddly beautiful note. A ritual has begun, and it's time for you to take your part. Back to the machine. Torn and resonant waveform logic floods into you. The machine now waits your command. Huge tremor once again shakes the craft. The howl that sounds this time is much more forceful. Something is about to breach the craft's outer hull. Embla, half-open eyes, remain fixed on you as you feed the machine the harmony that sets the ritual in motion. Faintest trace of a smile plays across her lips. Snaking tendrils emerge from the holes in the machine, seeking out the body encased within. She jolts as they plunge into her flesh. For a moment, she is quiet and then breaks out in violent spasms. The machine begins to whir, and the tendril plugs pulsate obscenely with peristaltic motion. It has begun. The room shakes violently, light streaming from the ante-womb into the sleeping king as Embla is utterly unmade. He who sat undying for eons stirs. He rises. You were but an insect at the feet of gods. All is darkness. 2997 was a year of little note for the Empire. Peace and stability reigned. One exception. The Outer Isles were lost. The event is extensively documented. The catastrophe was wholly natural, albeit tragic. The volcano Cataban awoke after millennia of dormancy. It is written that the plume of smoke could be seen from the mainland. But there are other rumors as well. Sailors claim they saw a new star in the sky the night of Caravan's eruption. Such rumors are not but lies. Well, let it be known that after much toil and hardship, Cromulin joins the illustrious ranks of the Most Holy Order of the Preserving Blade. To be one of us is to spat in the face of death and despair. It is to be one who forges ahead where lesser souls stand trembling. Now onward to glory. You complete the game as a level 21 champion in 50 days. Fortnite feed on Twitter. No, thank you. I guess that's it. I really thought there would be more, so that's why I didn't want to do it end it last time. But fortunately, now I just look a fool. I guess this is it. This is the final screen, and there's nothing I can do except for close the game, which is probably why it went windowed mode. It switched to a window after that, instead of it being full screen. Probably because I can't do anything except for close it. Well, that was that, I guess. Yeah, I really thought there'd be more. I thought there'd be a bit more. I thought it'd be more of like a 3-4 hours left, which is why I didn't finish it last time. But I guess today is just going to be a very short stream. That's it. That was a fun game. I was not expecting that ending, but I guess it makes sense. It is some sort of it is Eldritch cosmic horror. Which I also wasn't expecting. When I first got this game, I thought it was just gonna be like dark fantasy. But that first stream, I was like, oh, so it's Eldritch. It's cosmic horror. And then yeah, it got more and more cosmic horror-y. But yeah, no, that was a very, very, very good game. I'm glad I finally got around to playing it. But that's gonna be it for me today, I guess, because I got nothing else planned for today. Unfortunately, tomorrow is Gundam Thursday, so I will also be taking tomorrow off. Watch Gundam 00 with my friend. We're halfway-ish through season 2. Very fun show. And then Friday, double check. Don't remember the time, but it should be Friday the 28th, right? Yes, which means that should be the launch of Vintage Story server. The multiplayer Vintage Story server I did with some friends earlier this year, I think. I think it was earlier this year. Let's check. Yeah. Wow, it was June? Damn, I thought it was earlier than that. Yeah, it was just in June. And May, I guess. I guess it was mainly May, yeah. But we're doing season 2 of that. So I'll start the late stream on Friday. Around 7 p.m. is when the server launches. But that's gonna be what I'm doing for the next couple weeks. Of course, we'll still do Sunday stuff with my friends. With some of my friends, the regular Phasmo or other friend co-op slop streams. But other than that, starting Friday is I'm gonna be dedicating the next couple weeks to a Vintage Story server. Which is funny because another community David is also setting up a Vintage Story server, so my ass is gonna be just in the Vintage Story mines for God knows how long. Which is funny because I had other weird indie games I wanted to play. Oh well, I'll get around to playing them later. But yeah, so that's it for me today. Thank y'all for showing up. I really do appreciate y'all. Sorry that today was a shorter stream. I really thought I had more, but that's okay. Skald was a very, very, very fun game, so I absolutely recommend anyone who hasn't, they should check it out. Regardless, though, thank y'all for showing up. Really do appreciate y'all. Remember to join the Discord if you want. Panel will stream will take you there. It's the only place I post going live announcements, updates, delays, cancellations, all of that. It's a good place for game recommendations, which I'm always looking for, and it's just a chill place to hang out. So if you're interested in doing so but haven't done so, join the Discord. Panel Stream will take you there. Another Panel Stream will take you to the VOD channel. It's where I post all of my past content. If you're ever interested in seeing what I might have played before, that's the place to do so. So again, Panels Build Stream will take you to Discord and VOD channel. Check them out if you want. Regardless, though, once again, thank y'all for showing up. I really do appreciate y'all. I'll be back Friday evening with Vintage Story, and I hope y'all have a good night, rest of your day, whatever time zone you may be in. I hope you have a good one. Bye bye.